Hi everyone, it's Jennifer Terrell, your 4-H agent for the Southwind District, and I'm here with you for another Stockpot series highlighting a recipe that you can do with the entire family. And so this week it is white chicken chili. Okay, let's go over the ingredients. The first thing you need is a tablespoon of olive oil, so that's in the bottom of your pan. And then we have 1 can of green chilies, which is just 4 ounces. We have mixed into this container, we have 2 tablespoons of oregano, dried oregano, or 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, as well as 1.5 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. We have 2 cloves of garlic that have been minced here. We have a medium onion that has been diced. The next thing is beans, and so there are 3 cans of beans total that you will need. In this container we have 2, and in the other one we have 1 that's been chopped up until smooth or smashed, and you can use a potato masher to do that, but they have been drained. Then we have 2 cans of chicken broth, 1 pound of chicken, and we had a rotisserie chicken, so that's been pulled apart, and we're just going to use shredded chicken, but you could, any type of chicken that you'd like to do, the recipe calls for chicken breast, so you could cube that up. And then we have 1 cup of pepper jack cheese, but they do call for Monterey Jack, but my store didn't have that, so we are improvising with pepper jack cheese. And now we'll go ahead and begin our cooking. Okay, so we've got our onions in the olive oil, and then next we will add the chicken. Okay, so the chicken and the onion are both in the pan with the tablespoon of olive oil, and we already have cooked chicken, so we're just really warming it up, but we're gonna make sure that the onions get translucent, and then we will add the garlic here in a minute. Okay, so if you were cooking chicken that was raw, you would wait till it's lightly browned, but like I said, my chicken was already cooked. It was rotisserie chicken, so in the middle I have now placed the 2 cloves of garlic, and we'll let that cook for about a minute longer, and then we will add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so now it is time to add our broth, and so this is 2 cans of broth, chicken broth. We'll add it in. Okay, then we will add our seasonings. So this was 1.5 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, and 2 teaspoons of dried oregano. Okay, so we will mix this in. You can already see it's pretty warm and moving things around. And so what we'll do is we'll stir this in really good, and then we will bring it to a boil before we add the additional ingredients. Okay, so our chilies and seasoning and the broth and the chicken and the onions are all, and the garlic are all in there boiling now. So it is time for us to add first the mashed beans, and so we'll get those in first. Once they're stirred around, we can add the other 2 cans of beans that have been drained. Alright, so we've added the beans, as you can see here in the chili. So what we'll do now is we will let this simmer on low for 20 to 30 minutes. And if you didn't have, you just had raw chicken, you would do this until the chicken was no longer pink and your onions were tender. And so we're gonna set the timer and we'll check back when it's all done. Okay, so our white chicken chili is now ready to go. Okay, so we've dipped that up into 2 separate bowls. Sorry for the foggy screen. And it tells you to top it with cheese, and so you can use any type of cheese if you want to. They call for Monterey Jack, but we were only able to find pepper jack in the store, and so we're going to go ahead and add some of that to one of the bowls. And you can add as much as you'd like to add. So add a little more around there, and maybe just a little more. Okay, and then also optional are jalapenos, and so you can add as many of these as you want to the bowl. Get them all on there. All right, so now they're all on there, and then the chili is ready to eat. Okay, that concludes our white chicken chili demonstration for the Stockpot series. The recipe will be added to the end, and if you have any questions, just let us know. But I hope that you take this wintry time to make some great recipes and memories with your family.